Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Gadget Nation with me, Adam Carruthers. I'm back here in Tamunton, coffee bean and tea leaf. Plenty on offer for this week's episode. Something from Samsung, something from Olympus, and something for all you mobile gamers out there as well. I'm excited. Are you? So Samsung have come out with something new. I seem to say that every single week. This one, though, falls into the laptop category. It's very light, it's very easy to use, and I'm really looking forward to just having a good play with the Samsung Active Book 9. So what I have right here, it's a pretty good entry-level model in my opinion in terms of price product from Samsung. The Active, as you can see right here, Active Book 9 Lite. I'm actually going to pick it up and put it right there, so it's a little bit closer to me. Now I say it's relatively pretty cool because of the price tag. It's 2399 for the touchscreen edition, which is the one which I have right here. It's slightly less than 2,000 ringgit if you have the non-touchscreen edition, so it's great value for money. But at the same time, like I always say, if you're paying less for something, there's not going to be so many bells and whistles on it. Remember when the Series 9 came out? It was so savette, it was so nice, it was so perfect. That was very expensive though. So obviously, there's a vast difference between the Series 9 and what we have here, which is the Book 9 Lite. So, I am going to immediately compare it to something which does seem very similar to this in terms of, well, design, except it's black. It would be the MacBook Air. I mean, see how thin it is right there? Pretty thin, not quite as thin or as light, I think, as a MacBook Air, but it'll definitely do the job nonetheless. Still very easy and very portable, and you can see the whole design layout, the chiclets. It just looks very similar to a MacBook Air, but given the price tag which I referred to earlier on, this is different. This is not, you hear that? Not metal, it's plastic, but it does look very nice, and you won't really notice the difference too much. If you're not really a stickler for material, it shouldn't really be an issue for you. It's also, I should stress this, not an Ultrabook because that belongs to Intel. That's Intel powered, obviously. This is using a custom design AMD processor inside, so you cannot call it an Ultrabook because that kind of defeats the purpose. But I have to say, it is very nifty. The only thing that I feel is corners have been cut, but again, that comes back to the price tag. This will certainly get you through day-by-day operation. So let's get to the nitty-gritty part and see what's inside this. Firstly, this is a 13.3-inch screen, and I have to say it's pretty nice, it's pretty clear. There is a glossy effect to it, but I'm going to put that down to the fact that it is a touchscreen, so there's elements of a glare. So if you're out and about the sun like it is right now behind the camera, you'll probably really notice it. But if you're somewhere at home, it should be a-okay, but make sure the light's on. One thing I didn't like was the fact that the keyboard here is not really backlit, so if you're struggling to see and if you don't know where all the buttons are, you might struggle to use it unless you've had one of those training courses where you know where everything is. In which case, good for you. For me, I definitely need to be able to see exactly what I'm typing at most of the time. And underneath the hood, we're talking a quad-core 1 GHz processor. Now that does its job pretty well. Generally, if you're not going to be playing video games or monitoring battery life, which it's about 5 hours in this, by the way, it should do you fine. But the moment you're going to start playing video games and all of that, then it becomes a real issue. This is not suitable for you. If you're doing some video editing or something, also not good. SSD means this boots up pretty fast. It's 128 GB. Certainly suits my needs perfectly. And obviously you can see the ports here, just like USB 3.0, etc. Definitely HDMI. So in terms of expandable stuff, you should be good to go. Overall, there's nothing too much to stand out about this. Yes, it's pretty slim, but it's not quite as sleek as the Series 9. The Series 9 is also thinner and lighter, and it's not made of plastic like this, so it doesn't quite stand out in that aspect. Don't get me wrong, it's still very, very portable though. 4 GB of RAM, 128 GB solid-state drive. Nothing stand out about that. Touchscreen, again, nothing stand out about that. However, side sync is something that's really quite nifty. If you're using a Samsung phone or a tablet, you can effectively mirror what's happening on your phone onto the device here on the screen. So if you're in a cafe or something, you can glance over and see what's happening and actually control everything that's happening. That's pretty cool, and I expect to see more of it in future Samsung, laptops or Ultrabooks, whatever they have coming out. I'm quite a big fan of that because I like having everything connected on some level or another. Overall, this gets just a solid 2.5 out of 5. Nothing to really give it an extra push over a 3.